Hey, everybody, it's the old man. How we doing? All right, we're gonna do a little season three, I believe, episode three of 911. Great show, and it's part two of the tsunami two-parter, and we're gonna talk about the conclusion of all that stuff, and we're gonna start with we're in like four sections. We got Bobby and the crew running around with Han and Chim and Eddie, and we're all the way down to the end of the pier now, and there's people on the carousel. Actually, there was one before that they had to fix and save, and they dug some people out. Oh, they had to get them all. See, I'm rambling now. There was two things they did. They saved the people off the carousel before it fell into the ocean. And one of the people they saved was, of course, Ronda Rousey, and she was a fireman trying to help, the whole thing. And now Ronda Rousey's looking for her captain, Coop. Coop is her man. He's taking care of her. Helped her become a firefighter, and she's desperate to find her boy Coop. They're not in love or nothing. He's an older guy, but she wants to find Coop. Meanwhile, before they did that, I'm pretty sure it was before, they did, they were getting a whole bunch of people together, and they were all safe, and everything was cool, and they were waiting for evacuation, and we noticed there was electric line down, and stuff sparking, ting, ting, and one of the trucks had it got a hole in its gas tank, so there was gas leaking all over the ground. So they knew they were standing on a bomb. It's a matter of time. So they rush, and Jim goes and steals two mail trucks. So they load the empty mail trucks up with people, and he cart them on out of there. Then he went to the pier, and he did that. Meanwhile, we got Athena, who's going down a different way, and she's all by herself. And she had rallied all her troops, and all the cops are out there helping out now, but they're also looking for looters because there's a lot of that going on. So she runs across two guys who she thinks are looters, and she goes to arrest them, and she has them. They put the box down, and they had a big old box that was a, electronics box, so it was probably a computer or DVR or something, and just put the box down. The dude wouldn't put the box down. When he finally put it down, it was full of kittens. He'd been out rescuing animals that were in trouble because of the tsunami. They were good people. So she let him go and told him to quit breaking into people's houses. And then she went on. The next person she comes about, he's stuck in a rubble, and he's got one arm underneath the car, and it's broken already and broken off, and he's lost it for the most part. So she finds a pair of hedge clippers, and he tells her that arm's gone anyway, just cut it off before it infects, and I'm worse than I was. So she takes a hedge clipper to this boy's arm. I'm glad they didn't show that. Because, whoa. So she's working on his arm, and this is the dude that Ronda Rousey's looking for. This is Coop. When they finally get him back to this, quickly made up aid station, she sees him, and life's good, and Buck had brought her there, and hey, they find Bobby that brought her there, and then they find Buck, because Buck's standing there. Like, what the hell are you doing there? So, and then Eddie sees Buck and says, what's up? Where's my son? And then right behind, one of the mail trucks is emptying, and the kid, what is the kid's name? What is that child's name? Anyway, Eddie's boy is in the truck. He climbs out the truck, and Eddie's happy, and Buck's feeling all ashamed and stuff, and Buck goes home, and everything's cool. And next morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, Eddie knocks on the door and walks in and says, "You're watching my kid today again." He said, "What? Oh, would you ever trust me with your child again?" He said, "I trust you more than any man on earth. I know it wasn't your fault, and try to stay away from the beach today." So that's how it ends. We wrap it up, and didn't see a lot of Jennifer Love Hewitt. Didn't see any Athena Bobby play. But we finished up the month's tsunami storyline, and it looks like my girl Jennifer Love Hewitt may be working on a promotion. She may move up to supervisor of that little area. And all the boys will be back next week in normal mode. So I will see y'all later. Check all my other recaps. I do a lot of them. I got 10 TV shows working here. I appreciate your viewing, and I'll have a joke for you next time. I got no joke today. Life is not funny. Oh, yeah, it is. Life's hilarious. But I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Hasta Winnebago.